What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to stack recurring revenue month after month and set recurring prices. This is exactly how build up revenue. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to for your consulting business or your agency business. Now, my name is Thomason. To give you guys some qualifications, I'm currently building createmrr.com, where we basically help business owners find their next 5 high-paying clients, high-ticket clients in the next 30 days, and then stack $10,000 in new MRR in the next 30 days. So I got a program called CMRR. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Just kind of want to tell you guys what I do and who I am. So the first tip to get straight into value for you guys, the biggest misconception that I've heard is when you have a business that helps other people, especially in the consulting or agency space, if you're younger, people look down upon you. That's just how it is. That's pretty much how it is with everything, not even business related. But unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes. Now, if you're a bit on the younger side like me, what we have to understand, the reason why you're not taking that seriously is probably because you don't show people that you have enough value. And 2, if you look young, you look young. Now, you can get around that by just doing more. A lot of the times, if you have a solution that you have a very tangible result in. So in other words, you're at point B and somebody, whether they're a coach, a plumber, an agency owner, their B2C, whatever it is, they're at point A. If you have the gap in the bridge to help them cross from point A to point B, you are worthy enough to have a offer and you're worthy enough to kind of have a consulting business. Like if you've stacked $20,000 in monthly recurring revenue in your business, and then you want to start showing business owners how to do the exact same, you can do that. Or $10,000. So like for me, I have offers that I've launched within the first 4 weeks and they do over $14,000 in profit. Then I have offers that don't do so well. But the reason why I'm qualified and the reason why you kind of have to get over this limiting belief to actually set recurring prices and to charge recurring prices, it's a limiting belief in of itself. It's a paradigm in of itself, and you have to get over the fact that you are not worthy enough because you are. So the biggest thing that I would tell you is to have the self-belief that you solve the problem to get them to the desired result. Now, to give you guys a bit of an inside sort of scoop into my program with CMRR, I still struggle with this sometimes. And I still struggle with the ability of like, am I really doing this? So in CMRR, I was just on a coaching call with one of my clients, Sean, about a few days ago. And the funny thing is that I was talking to him and then I kept on getting this belief, if you're watching this, Sean, take it as a lesson. I kept on getting the belief that like, am I really doing this? Am I really like, do I really have the knowledge to help him out? Like, am I really this freaking qualified? And by the end of that, 45-hour long call, he was like, oh my gosh, this gave me so much clarity. And just hearing that from him, just hearing that you can give other people clarity was enough motivation for me to sort of be like, yeah, this is what's best for me. This is what's best for me. And you kind of have to have those mini eureka moments to not only like validate yourself, but to like continue the climb uphill, because it does seem like it's uphill. It does seem like, I've been doing this for a while, I want to set these recurring prices, and it's sort of a limiting paradigm that you have to get over. And that's step number 1. Just understand that you have the desired solution to somebody's problem and that you're worthy enough to sell those recurring prices. It just comes down to belief. That's the first thing I would tell you. The second thing is, and instead of selling by hour, which is a huge no-no, sell by the problem. Now, I see this a lot of times, especially in predominantly older coaches or older consultants or older agency owners. We make the mistake of charging by hour, but if you charge by problem and you package it up in a very profitable way, and you can give your clients tangible results very quickly, you can charge a higher upfront plus retainer. So for me, I'm not afraid to say the price of CMRR, where we help you stack, $10,000 in 30 days and land your next 5 high-ticket clients. It's $2,000. And the reason why it's $2,000 a month is because the problem that I'm solving is you're landing minimum clients, right? So you have a very low amount of ticket client that you're serving right now. So like 3 to 5. Let's say you're serving 3 to 5 clients right now, high ticket clients, and you want to predictably add, 5 or 10 more in the next 30 days and then stack $10,000 in MRR. And so the gap that I have right here is where you're at, which is point A. And then point B is very simple. It's very laid out. It's everywhere. It's in all of my copy. And it's $10,000 in new MRR. And then it's 5 high ticket clients. And so when people see the tangible results, the $2,000 now becomes very minimum. And so if you want to charge $2,000 a month like me, you have to pretty much make your clients $8,000 or $10,000. And if you want to charge $4,000 a month, you got to make them like $16,000 a month. Now, what I figured out is that to set these recurring prices, it's not so much about the price, it's so much about the solution. It's more about how you're going to give it to them. How is the solution handed to them? How is it packaged? And how quickly are they going to give the results? Now, one of my old mentors, Jeremy Pogue, he actually taught me something very special in Summit Scale, which is his program. You know, you guys can go check him out if you like. He taught me, he said, look, you have to learn how to 80-20 your fulfillment. And so if you're charging $2,000 a month for your services, that looks like a hefty price tag to some people. But what problems can you solve very quickly that are going to yield your clients $2,000 a month in results? And I'll give you an example. In Jeremy's program, he told me a story about how he used to have the program all whack, where he would do, like, I don't know if it was content first or something else first, and then stage 3 was paid ads. And so it wasn't until he restructured his program until they hit paid ads in the first 48 hours, where they actually fixed the lead bottleneck issue within the first, 2 days of them in Summit Scale. That's when his clients started seeing the results. And so when we set these recurring prices, you have to understand, it's like, okay, so they get into it, they know they're going to be paying me next month. What can I do to have it undeniable for them to solve the problem very quickly? And so for me, that's like, same thing, paid ads. Like if you want to start landing these clients, paid ads is the first thing that we do. But more importantly, alongside paid ads, we do kind of a lead scraping thing. So we look through all of your past leads first. We go through how exactly you can not only recover them, but I'll show you guys exactly how to sign at least 2 or 3 clients just off past people that you've talked to in your past business experience. And this freaking moves the needle. Like this 80-20 is your business. And so when you set these recurring prices, you have to understand, okay, cool. This guy just paid me $2,000, but what can I give him in the first 24 hours of my program? Like literally the first 24 hours of my program, what can I give him that almost just diminishes the $2,000, makes it look like $2. And for me, I take a deep dive and audit your business. We spin the onboarding call, not only scripting out the ads, but we spin the onboarding call looking at your entire lead lists. I analyze your entire clients. I talk to you. It's like a coaching call / onboarding call. And I'm like, okay, cool. Based off this, you're going to go hit up XYZ. You're going to give them this offer, and then you're going to sign them. And then right there, you get at least 2 to 3 clients signed for a monthly retainer. And so those clients, they're really good for cash quickly, for recurring revenue, and then experience, because those people already know, like, and trust you. And whether they pull the trigger with you back then or not, they now have an irresistible offer because we just value stacked. And so the way I do my program is like to set these recurring prices. I have it at $2,000 a month. Some people charge $997 for their services. What I would tell anybody to do very simply here on YouTube is like, whatever the price point it is a month, the first time you meet with them on an onboarding call or on a coaching call, just make up that ground, just make up the value. And so, like, I'm going to say it again, it's $2,000 a month to join CMOR. Obviously, for those that aren't ready, I have a newsletter called The Revenue, where we basically go over that. It's a slower process for free. It's a daily newsletter. I absolutely love making them. The Revenue is the first link down below. It's absolutely free. But the entire point with me saying it is like, because I charge $2,000 a month for my services, the first onboarding call that we get, we take a look at all of your leads, because those are the conceptual things that you can do to move the needle. Like I have past leads that I hit up 2 or 3 days ago. Like I had 15 or 20 past leads. I hit up all and go high level. And I was like, look, I got a one-time offer running. It's XYZ. Let me know if you're interested. I got 2 of them signed on to CMRR. And that wasn't like I signed 10 out of 15 of them. Like I just signed 2 of them. But that was $4,000 right there, because I actually took the initiative to move forward and then give them an irresistible offer. And it's like, I think we sometimes overcomplicate this stuff, and I'm no king of this at all. Like I'm still learning 100%. The biggest thing is just how quickly can you give your clients tangible results? And then I challenge you to make it even quicker. Like I challenge you to think within the first 24 hours, can your client sign a client? Can they? Probably not. But how can you make your program so good to within the first 24, 48 hours, your clients not only already made the ROI, because that's not that important, but are already getting the value, already implementing the systems and already getting their set up. And so I would tell you to charge anywhere from $997 to $2,000 a month or $4,000 a month. Now, obviously, like, we go over everything in CMRR and everything like that, but the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because it's super important to not devalue yourself. I remember when I was running, I was helping Amazon FBA owners launch coaching offers. This was about 7 or 8 months ago. Actually, it was 9 months ago. Sorry, it was back in December. It was about 10 months ago. And I remember talking to one of my buddies who I was kind of helping out launch his coaching offer, kind of help him get more publicized on social media and start posting on Instagram and things like that. And he kind of had to overcome a limiting belief about charging high ticket. It's before I started coaching. And so I kind of introduced him to the idea of it because I was in the coaching space and I was showing people how to kind of launch this stuff with paid ads and IG. I was doing the basic social funnel, the basic profile boosting and stuff like that. And I told him, I said, look, dude, do you not think that your past 2 years of experience, your knowledge, your expertise, everything that you've learned is less than $4,000? And he goes, no, it's definitely way more than that. And I said, cool, why do you feel uncomfortable charging $4K then? He goes, I don't know. So it's a limiting paradigm to begin with. The reason why you don't feel like you're worthy enough to charge $2,000 a month is because you simply are fearful that you can't deliver that much value or even more. And I understand, because I still have those thoughts sometimes too. It's like, how the hell am I going to get my clients $8,000, $10,000 worth of value every single month consistently with just my two hands? But you can do it. If I did it, you can do it. Like, the biggest thing I told myself is I said, look, I actually did this. Like, you shouldn't be teaching people how to do stuff that you haven't done. Like, I've done this for myself in 30 days. I know for a fact I can do it for somebody else. That's what it really comes down to. So the last thing I want to give you guys is something that Russell Brunson taught us all. It's called the value stack. I think it's called the value stack. It could be called the offer stack. I'm not 100% sure. But it basically looks like this. It's a list of every single thing, and then you have the value of what it could be. So for instance, if you say, like, these are just very simple deliverables. So like the coaching calls, the Slack, the course, whatever you have, and you can just like value it at like $997 or $977 or like $499 or like whatever it is. Like, you get the point. You kind of just go down the line and then you do the value stack down there. Now, this is very powerful because if you're trying to set up recurring prices, I have a value stack on createmrr.com/CMRR. It's like the second link down below. The only two links I have is the last link, and it's a value stack of like everything that I have in the program. Now, the deliverables, that value stack isn't really going to move the needle the most. It's going to help push them over the edge the most, though. And I think Russell Brunson did an amazing job explaining the value stack, because he kind of showed us that, like, look, this isn't going to play the entire role in selling, but it's going to push people across the finish line. Like, your prospect is already going to be at the finish line, and then the value stack just like pushes them over. Because in my content, you know, in the way I speak and what I have to say and the value that I give out and the knowledge that I give out and sort of the client testimonials and the client results and stuff, we're filming Francesco's client testimonial today, should be published today as well. That all regurgitated back in the marketplace pushes people through the race, like through the buying process, through your funnel, down your funnel, the newsletters, the daily YouTube videos, etc., etc. And then they're already at the finish line. And so when you have that last jab, like when I say, join CMRR right now, we got 5 slots, taking on 5 more business owners in the month. That pushes you towards the edge. Then you click on the page, you see the value stack, and you get over the edge and you buy. And so with that being said, guys, that's kind of how you're going to set up recurring prices for coaches and agency guys. That was a step-by-step process. To recap, don't click off the video just yet. To recap, instead of selling by hour, sell by gap and bridge. So your prospects are at point A and you're at point B, and then you retrace the steps. How much is that worth in a package, monthly package? How much is that worth? And you figure that out by value stacking. So you list out all the things that you did to get from point A to point B yourself, because you shouldn't be teaching things that you haven't actually done yourself. So you list out everything that you've done to get from point A to point B, put that inside of an offer stack, value stack, whatever it is, create a program around that. And like I said, within the first 24, 48 hours, how can you make it so valuable, so much perceived value that your clients get that ROI back very quickly? It's not so much about ROI. I don't really like to sell with ROI. The reason why I'm telling you guys that is because you have to make your program very valuable, or else you're going to be looped in a bunch of these gurus and stuff like that. And I don't want to be looped into that. Like, I want this brand, this reputation, this business for life. Kmart went under, I'm pretty sure. JCPenney went under. Toys R Us went under. I want this stuff to last. Like, I want my business to last. And a lot of people get cocky once they hit the $200,000, $300,000 a month mark. But it's like, look, are you bigger than Toys R Us? No, they still went out of business. You bigger than Sears? No, they still went out of business. So like, humble yourself. Understand that the recurring prices that you're charging are okay. Deliver the biggest service. Don't have the commission breath. Don't have, the dollar signs with your eyes. I did it for my offer, and I know you can too. Hope this video helped. I'll catch you guys in the next one.